Tim, a 1-0 victory on the road at Harborough. Firstly, just give me your verdict of what you saw.
Obviously, everyone knows the weather today, blowing a hoolie. We had it in our face in the first half and with a better team. We were excellent kicking against the wind, created 2 or 3 decent chances, worked their goalkeeper. I don't think Ronnie had much to do at our end. Obviously scored close to half time, great cross, good header from Shay. And we sort of came in at half time, and said, listen, you know, we now need to get our foot on the ball, keep it, and start, rather than trying to go from back to front in one, get 2 or 3 in and start sliding things. We did absolutely nothing that we discussed. But in fairness, obviously that goes out the window with the sending off. I can't see, it's on the very far side. The referees at this level have got to grow up. They've got to realise that when they're not actually watching the ball and you hear a load of squealing and shouting and rolling around, it's not definitely a yellow card. It's not definitely, unless they're hearing that from their lines people or their assistants, then they can't keep wafting cards around all the while. And he lost complete control in the second half. He was just scattergun really booking us. Their 7 made 5 fouls in the first half and never got booked. It's like, well, you know, what's the story here? Shea Willett makes 1, and I don't think he's even a foul, it's just a big shout, and he books him straight away 1 minute into the second half. Shea's got to learn, you know, he needs to start, he's got a lot of attributes, and he's got to start using his loaf a little bit about, you know, okay, I'm on a yellow now, I've got to be careful, because they're gonna fall over when I can hear him, because I'm a big, strong brute. And then after that, again, it was like the other day against Starbridge. It's like backs to the wall, defending and heroic. The lads have done it time and again. That's too many red cards since I've been here. 7 games, 5 wins, and we've had, is it 4 red cards? 3 or 4?
Yeah.
It's too many. You know, he's giving yourselves a mountain to climb, but the spirit and the commitment and the effort was commendable.
And you spoke about spirit. Obviously, you got another clean sheet under your belt as well, so it's another thing to build on now heading into the Stratford game.
Yeah, definitely. Listen, there's loads of good things to talk about. I mean, that's a fantastic win for this football club. You know what I mean? I've come in the building and the boys have won 5 out of 7 games, and one of them that they lost was against a team 2 divisions above us, and we were the better side. So we've done brilliantly well. You know, I still think there's a lot more to come in terms of our in possession stuff, and it's, you know, listen, I've been in for 4 or 5 weeks, so you know, things have got to start bedding in. But listen, what I wanted first and foremost is honesty, commitment. You know, pride in the badge, pride in the football club, pride in your mate who sat next to you, and pride in yourself. And I haven't found one chink in anyone's armour in terms of that.
And what's else has sort of impressed you since you've been in the door? Because I mean, Shea Willett's now got 3 and 2 as well, and Maurice St-James has come back and he's putting in those performances. So your players are getting there, but what else on the training pitch are you starting to see now on the field?
Well, I'm seeing a group of, in my opinion, good players. You know, there's some good lads here who can handle a football, who can pass it and play. But what they're showing is they can mix. You know, if they have to stand in the trenches and fight, then they will. And they've shown that since I came into the club. You know, and I can't knock in our 2 defeats. You know, 1-0 at home to Spalding, who drew Kettering today. I'm telling you now, Spalding will get in the playoffs. And again, as I say, Boston. So it's been a good effort, a real good effort, and we've jumped to 13th in the table, and it's really tight, and you can fall back down again. But you know, they seem to be enjoying the training, enjoying being around the place. So you know, if you can get a small flame going, then chuck petrol on it. Do you know what I mean? And try and get an inferno. And that's what I want. I want us to go into games believing we're going to win, believing that we've got nothing to be scared of. And we've proved so far that that's the case. You know, there's lots of good teams in this league, and there's not much between any of them really. You know, the top 2, if you like, Kettering House over there flying in a minute. But it's you know, it's a really tight league, and we've got nothing to be scared of. But we need to go out and do what we're doing, and then if we can just start getting our quality to shine through a little bit. It's not easy when you're down there because you're always under pressure to get a result, and you always think, well, you know what, what if we lose and then we'll be there. And, you know, if you can get some space, a bit of breathing space, you might be able to relax and play some football in the right manner. But you know, until such times, it's as I said, it's trench warfare, and we've showed that we're more than able and capable to get involved in that.
And next up is obviously Stratford on Boxing Day, so they've lost today, so they'll be looking for a reaction. What type of game will you be expecting?
Well, Stratford historically like to get it down and play. You know, a bit tough game, let's be honest. I mean, Ebanks are suspended today, so I assume he'll be back to play against us. You know, he's a massive player for them, second top goal scorer from last season. You know, so I expect him to come back into the frame. And they've got a mitt full of really good players. You know, their budget's probably the highest it's ever been in their history, and it'll be a really tough game. So that's what I'm expecting. But we've got to match that. We've got to sort of see them and raise them, and you know, and try and implement what we're trying to do on them a little bit. And so we've got a little bit of time now. Obviously, tomorrow's off, but we'll train on Monday. And then work on a few things, and then obviously we'll speak to them about, we're going to get them in early on Boxing Day to maybe get a little bit of toast and cereals and stuff like that, have a chat about Stratford, and then drive on to the ground and just try and do it properly. So there's now a hell of a lot of football, which is what I'm saying to you. We've gone with that game against Spalding, then straight into Starbridge, into this one, into Thursday, into Saturday, into the following Wednesday, I think it is, and then we've got Saturday, and then we've got Birmingham Cup. You know, it's too many games really, but and it'll stretch us. But listen, we'll look after them, work hard, and just try and do the right things. But they're doing good.